Welcome, everybody, to the NFL Presidential Address. I am Lawrence Presman. I am excited as hell to be here. I can't thank you guys enough for taking time out of your day to join me. If you have never seen the NFL Presidential Address, here's how it goes down. I go through every single game on the board. I give you my sides, my totals, if I'm passing, anything that jumps out at me. The show's around 30 minutes long. Towards the end of the show, we have Meghan Payton joining us. She will provide prop bets for you all, so make sure to stay with us. And, let's start right off the bat. How did we do last week? I thought, we bounced back. We rocked and rolled. 7-4 record for my clients. Those are the picks I released. Those are the picks I bet. I went 2-1 in my show best bets. I went 16-6 in all my plays and leans, and I went 4-1 at the circa. My total record is 18-18 for my clients. Not what I wanted, but hey, we got a whole season ahead of us, and based on last week, I am in the zone. Show best bets 4-8, an improvement from last week, but nevertheless, we've got to get going on that. And all plays and leans are 44-39. So, before we get into the games, and we're going to go through every game on the board, I just want to let everybody know I got an incredible promotion for you guys. The promotion is real simple. It's 25% off of any single package that I have up. If you want a daily package, 25% off. If you want a weekly, a monthly, a season package, 25% off. Use the promo code PREZ25. Go to my page on WagerTalk.com. Down the right side, you'll see all my packages. Just grab a package, type in the promo code PREZ25. You get 25% discount on anything. And guys, I highly suggest you use it to buy my NFL season. The bad stuff is behind us. We're 18-18 going into week 5, and I think we're set to roll. I love this card. So let's go. Well, as always, we skip the Thursday night. We skip the Thursday night game. I'm actually in play for my clients on the Thursday night game. It's one of my favorite picks of the week. So check that out over at WagerTalk. Use the promo code PREZ25 if you want 25% off of that. So let's go straight into the New York Giants and Green Bay. Another London, England game. New York Giants, injury-riddled mess. We don't even know who the quarterback is going to be. And for that reason, guys, I'm literally passing on this game. Seattle going into New Orleans. Seattle is plus 5.5. The total in this game is 45.5. Normally, I would be looking to play the under in Saint games, but this Hawks team cannot stop anyone. Seattle in their last 3 games allowed 45 points, 27 points, and 27 points. And there is no way they stop New Orleans from scoring, regardless of whether it's Winston or Dalton as QB. Speaking of the New Orleans QB, if Dalton plays this game, this is a stone cold over. If he doesn't play this game, I think you should still bet the over, but I would have my bet. On top of all of that, Geno is playing great right now as well. He's really moving the ball downfield. Last week against Detroit, he put up 320 yards in the air, and Penny looked amazing on the ground. I see a lot of points in this game. Take Seattle and New Orleans over the total. Houston going into Jacksonville. Houston plus 7. The total is 45.5. I'm going to pass on this game. I don't have many passes this week, so bear with me. It just happens to be 2 right at the beginning. I could make an argument for the under, but why? There's better games on the board to bet. Let's move our attention to Pittsburgh going into Buffalo. Pittsburgh is plus 14. The total on this game is 47. There are a few 46.5s on the board. So here's the bottom line. Do you want to take Pittsburgh here? I mean, I do, but I can't. I just can't. I can't do it. If this team is down by 17, can they still come back and give us a backdoor TD for a cover? I don't know. Pickett, he moved the ball well last week. He also had a lot of turnovers. I can't get to the window on Pittsburgh here. Guys, close your eyes for a second and really think about what the score should be in this game. How many points can Buffalo put up against a horrid Pittsburgh defense? How many points can Pittsburgh put up against top 3 defense in all of football? Man, 38-13 Buffalo. My lean is Buffalo, guys. There's just no other way to play it. I also plan on taking a lot of Josh Allen props in this game, but none of the prop bets are up, so you'll have to buy my package to get those. Now we're talking about Atlanta going into Tampa Bay, and Atlanta is plus 8.5 here. The total in this game is 48. Look, we saw a good effort from Tampa Bay's offense last week, but their defense was terrible. I think it's an anomaly. Their defense is really, really good. They played Kansas City. Kansas City was off of a loss. They were mad. They were in perfect rhythm. And the game just got away from them. Turnovers, etc., short fields, etc., etc. The bottom line here is, and I'll make this quick, I can only see playing the dog in the over. This is a simple question of, can Atlanta get us 20 points? With the line being Atlanta 8.5 and the total 48, if Atlanta can get us 20 points in this game, we bare minimum go 1-1. And I think we have a real good chance of 2-0. This year alone, Atlanta has scored 23 points, 27 points, 27 points, and 26 points. And it's not like they played bad defenses. I mean, I know they haven't played Tampa Bay's defense, but they played the Rams defense. They played the Saints defense. They played Cleveland's defense. They played the Bears defense. They're not playing a bunch of scrub defenses here, and they were still able to put up over 20 in every game so far this year. My attitude is, isolate this down to its single variable. Can Atlanta put up 20? If so, we have a real shot at 2-0 and an outside and a worst case scenario of 1-1. Take the Atlanta Falcons plus 8.5. Take over the total of 48. Now we move our attention to Chicago against Minnesota. Chicago is plus 7. The total in this game is 44. Oh, we got to talk about the Bears. Well, let me put something into perspective here. The Bears are averaging 97 pass yards a game. 97 pass yards a game. 13 times in the history of the NFL, a quarterback has thrown a 99-yard touchdown pass. So 13 times in the history of the NFL, on one play, a team got more yards than the Bears get the entire game in the air. That's how bad this Bears team is. Justin Fields, what a joke. Anyway, the whole ownership, everything, that whole Bears, the joke. Let's start with Minnie in this game. I really like this team. The problem is they are so damn inconsistent. Man, if Kirk Cousins is on, they could beat any team in the league. I also told you at the beginning of the year that at plus 375 to win the division, that is a bet. And that is a bet I made. The issue, really, and why I just don't know if I can get to the window here, is the inconsistent play of Kirk Cousins in the offense for Minnesota. This is an offense that in any given day can put up 38 points, and then the next week, 13. This is an offense that could come out in the first half, lay an egg, and kill it in the second half, or vice versa. They just can't be counted on. As for Minnesota's defense, does it really even matter? They're playing the Bears. I want to bet this game so bad, and I did find a bet. I really like the under in this game. The bottom line, honestly, guys, is the Bears are going to run. They're going to slow this game to a crawl, and Minnesota's going to get exactly what they need to get a win. I am looking to bet the under in this game. Before we turn our attention to Tennessee and Washington, a quick reminder, Meghan Payton will be coming up in about 10 minutes. Make sure to stay with us. She's got prop bets for us, and after she's on, I'll be giving out 3 best bets as well. So let's get into the Tennessee game. Tennessee minus 2.5 versus Washington. The total here is 42.5. Let's bottom line this. Washington is a total mess. Their defense is the 4th worst in giving up points. The raccoon is going to feed on Sunday. This Washington team should be 0-4. They were lucky to beat Jacksonville in their first game. Unlike most people coming into the season, I actually liked Tennessee. I thought they would win the division, and I think they will win the division. When you have a top 20 all-time running back, a guy who literally controls the game from start to finish, a guy who controls the clock, a guy who can beat anyone, this Tennessee team can beat any team in the league. Here is the bottom line. We have two teams that are going to run, run, run. There will be so much running in this game, it will be ridiculous. Washington will run, Tennessee will run, and both defenses, middle of the pack at best. We only need a few drives to end in a field goal, and this game goes under. Also, Wentz, in case Washington does throw, last week, Wentz averaged 3.6 yards a pass. I don't even know how that is possible. Almost every team in the league averages more than 3.6 yards running. And this Washington team did it in the air last week. I see 7 to 9 minute drives. I see long, slow, boring football. And if there are scoring chances, I think they end in field goals and not touchdowns. I like under the total. As for Miami and the Jets, I am passing on this game. Now we'll turn our attention to the Chargers, -3 against Cleveland. The total in this game, 47.5. I want to bet Cleveland here, flat out. +3 at home, really great running game, really great ball control team. The problem is they could have their entire defensive line out. Their entire defensive line. We still don't know fully if Clowney and Garrett will be back. I do not believe they will be. And that is really what's keeping me off of Cleveland. The Chargers have a middle-of-the-pack D in both rushing and passing. I think we're going to see Cleveland run the ball a ton, but I do like the over in this game. I know that they'll slow the game down, but they will get a few big plays, and they're one of the highest-scoring teams in football. Plus, the Chargers have allowed 27 points per game. Furthermore, the Chargers are going to score. Take over the total of 47.5. Now we look at Detroit, +3 against New England. The total in this game, well, it was 45.5 on Tuesday night. Now when I'm taping Wednesday, it has been bet up to 46.5. So a lot of sharp players like New England here, and I get it. This is a team that went into Green Bay and almost won with a third-string QB, and he didn't even expect to play, so they didn't game plan for him, nothing. Now they have a whole week to prepare a game plan for him, and here is exactly how Bill Belichick's game plan is going to go down. The bottom line is Bill knows Detroit can score. This team is averaging 35 points a game. This team might as well not have a punter. Every time they get the ball, it is huge plays. Even with 3 of their top offensive guys out against Seattle last week, they still put up 45. So what does Bill Belichick do? He says, well, you can't stop Detroit. Let's keep them off the field. We've seen this for decades. What is New England going to do in this game? They are going to run, 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 run. Man, I might as well dedicate this entire show to Pink Floyd, the song Run Like Hell, because that's what I think is going to happen all week in the majority of these games. The Lions have the 3rd worst run defense in all of football. New England is going to eat up yards on the ground. Even with Jones in, New England was still a top 10 running team. Plus, Detroit, for all the points they're putting up, they're averaging 164 yards on the ground. This game has run written all over it. Take under the total of 46.5. Now we look at San Francisco at -6.5. Going into Carolina, the line is 39.5. And how, again, can you not look at the under here? Okay, fine. San Fran put up some big numbers last week against a great Rams defense. But, and this is very important, they put those big points up on 3 plays. 3 plays. And 2 of those plays, horrific tackling by the Rams. The rest of the game, the San Fran offense was pedestrian at best. The Panthers struggle on offense, third worst in passing. Good luck against San Fran's 6 secondary. And I mean, San Fran probably has a top 3 best secondary in all of football. The Panthers are 24th in rushing. Good luck running against the second nastiest run D in all of football. So why not play San Fran here? Because I just can't count on them putting up a whole ton of points. 17-13 feels like a realistic number in this game. And if that's the case, San Fran doesn't cover. So we again are going to go to under the total. Now we look at Philadelphia playing Arizona. Philadelphia is minus 5.5. The total in this game is 49. This is one of those spots we see every single year. Philly is 4-0. They're rolling while everybody has watched Arizona struggle. Arizona's completely underachieved all year. They've eked out 2 wins, 1 miracle against Vegas, 1 very close one against the Panthers. This is the perfect freaking spot for Arizona. They're not better than Philly. No, Philly is better on offense. Philly is better on defense. But they are at home. They are getting more than a field goal. They have come back in every game they've played. Their second half's been way better than their first. The back door is going to be wide open in this game. And Philadelphia, as Marco puts it, is coming into this game fat and sassy. The only reason I wouldn't pound the crap out of Zona here is that Philly has a bye next week. They have Dallas the week after. If they had Dallas next week, this would be one of my strongest plays of the season. As for the total, the only way I can look at this game is to take the over. Philly can score, and they can score quickly. They're averaging 29 points a game. And despite Arizona's struggles, they are still top half of the league in scoring. The question I still need answered on a whole is how good is Philadelphia's D? I'm going to make this easy. I like Arizona plus 5.5. I like the over 49. And sprinkle a little bit on Arizona on the money line. Before we get into the Dallas and LA Rams game, I just want to make mention again. Use the promo code PREZ25. You get 25% off any package. I have a daily package, a weekly, monthly, seasonal package, 25% off. The promo code is PREZ25. As of now, I have 6 NFL bets up for Sunday. And I have an NFL bet up for Thursday and Monday. So I have a big card going this week. You guys can get 25% off. Just head over to my page. Use the promo code PREZ25. Okay, Dallas plus 4.5 against the Rams. There are a few 5.5s out there as well. The total in this game, 43. And it seems like I'm taking a lot of unders this week, and I am. And I'm going to do exactly the same in this game as well. Bottom line, these are 2 really good defenses. When all said and done, Dallas might have the best defense in all of football. If you watched the San Fran game last week, sure, the Rams let San Fran put a bunch of points up. But as we spoke about, that was only in 3 big plays. And they really struggled to tackle something that they can fix and will fix. And Dallas, their defense, holy crap, 15.5 points allowed per game, 6th best pass D in football, but you can run the ball on Dallas, and that's their Achilles heel. This team has 15 sacks as well. Think about what we saw San Fran do to Stafford on Monday night. Dallas has a better edge rush situation than San Fran. Dallas is more sacks than San Fran. Dallas is Mika. Dallas is going to eat Matt Stafford alive in the backfield. How are they going to adjust to that? The Rams are going to run the ball. It's all you can do on Dallas. And they're struggling in the air. They right now, without Jefferson, they've got 2 outs, Kupp and Higbee. And you just can't win games like that. Rams also, and this is crazy, the Rams also haven't scored a passing touchdown in 2 games. As for the Cowboys, they're averaging 18 points a game. And now they're playing a wicked Rams defense. I'm looking to take under the total of 43 in this game. Now we turn our attention to the Sunday night game, Cincinnati plus 3 against Baltimore. Total is 48.5. I have to look at taking Cincinnati in the over here, guys. First off, I think Cincinnati is a better team and they have better weapons everywhere. The Ravens literally have the worst pass D in football. Let me say that again. The Ravens literally have the worst pass defense in football by a lot. They can't seem to stop anyone. Cincy is a top 10 passing team right now, and that's after their terrible start at the beginning of the season. This Cincinnati team is just getting going. Plus, the Ravens can't seem to hold a lead, but they can score. Take Cincinnati +3, take over the total. Well, that's it for the top to bottom of the NFL Presidential Address. I'm going to be right back. First, we've got Meghan Payton giving out props, then I'll be back with some show best bets. Stay with us, everyone. Meghan, the microphone is yours.
Thank you, Prez. I have 3 prop bets for you this week. Number 1 in Thursday Night Football, Broncos versus Colts. I am taking the over on running back Melvin Gordon, 74.5 rushing and receiving yards combined. What do they say in the league? Ball security is job security. Unfortunately for Melvin Gordon, he's had 4 fumbles over 4 games. Why would anyone take the over? I'll tell you why. I'm looking at a big opportunity for Melvin Gordon right now. They just lost Javonte Williams for the season with an ACL injury. The Broncos then decide to sign Latavius Murray on Tuesday. However, we shouldn't expect to see a lot from Murray given the turnaround time. They're playing on Thursday. The offensive coordinator said they're going to rely on Melvin Gordon. He's going to carry the load. He got a pump-up speech from Russell Wilson earlier this week. I like Melvin Gordon to bounce back. I'm taking the over on 74.5 receiving and rushing yards combined. Number 2, sticking with Thursday Night Football, I'm going to take the under on wide receiver Jerry Jeudy's 60.5 receiving yards. Jeudy has not had over 55 yards since week 1. By the way, week 1, that was against the Seahawks, who are ranked 28th in the league for pass defense. They're going to be going up a strong defense in the Indianapolis Colts, who are 10th in the league for pass defense. I do not see it happening for Jeudy. I'm taking the under on 60.5 receiving yards. Now, number 3, let's go over across the pond to London. That's Packers versus Giants. I'm taking the over on rushing yards for Saquon Barkley at 78.5. Saquon is looking like the best running back in the league right now. He's averaging 115 yards per game. He had 146 last week in their win against Chicago. We don't know if Daniel Jones is going to be playing at quarterback. We don't know if Tyrod Taylor is going to be playing at quarterback. Expect a run-heavy game for the Giants and expect Saquon Barkley over 78.5. So take that, take the under on Jerry Jeudy's 60.5 receiving yards, and take the over on running back Melvin Gordon, 74.5 rushing and receiving yards combined. That is what I got for you for NFL Week 5. Back to you, Prez.
Great job, Meghan. So excited to have you with us. Let's get into our show best bets, everybody. We're going to take 3 bets. We're going to go with the Atlanta Falcons over the total of 48. We're going to go with the Seattle Seahawks over the total of 46. And we're going with Arizona plus the 5.5. That's the Falcons over 48, Seattle over 46, and Arizona plus the 5.5. As for a teaser, guys, I like a 6-point teaser on Green Bay and Jacksonville. So take Green Bay down from 8.5 to 2.5. We cross both numbers, and take Jacksonville down to -1. That's it for the show. Guys, please remember to use the promo code PREZ25. Every week I give out an NFL report. It's very similar to the show, but much more detailed. If you buy my NFL package, you get sides and totals and on every single game across the board. There will be player props. There will be teasers, anything I'm betting that week. Plus, on top of that, I'm coming into this week after a monster week 4. So make sure to play my NFL client plays. Thanks, everybody. We will see you next week. Namaste.